Talk Knick To Me. No mercy, just facts. Talk Knick To Me. New York, we back. Knicks since 84, Talk Knick To Me. I'm your host, Big Mizal.
Leon got us a dog, y'all. Leon got us a dog. This is Talk Knick To Me podcast, and I am your host, Big Mizal. Knick fan since 84. I done lived through the pain, the hope, the maybe next year, and the false dawns. All of it. So yeah, I earned the right to have these opinions. This ain't for casuals. This ain't for people who get sensitive when somebody keeps it real. We talk hoops, we talk identity, we talk effort, and we talk accountability, and most importantly, we talk Knicks. No mercy, just facts. Let's get it. That wasn't no trade. That was a message. Let me tell you what I heard when the deadline dust settled. I didn't just hear the Knicks made a move. I heard the Knicks picked a side. Because when you go for a player like José Alvarado, you're not shopping for talent. You're shopping for behavior. You're shopping for an edge. You're shopping for a guy who wakes up and chooses violence. Basketball violence. Every single possession. And that's why I'm calling it what it is. The Knicks just upgraded their identity. And yeah, it costs something. It always does. But if you're trying to win in May and June, you don't build a roster of nice. You build a roster of full of dogs. Huh? And Alvarado is a dog with paperwork, huh? Talk to me. Talk Knick to me, baby. Alvarado is a dog with paperwork. Now, I was a little conflicted because during our little losing streak, I thought the Knicks should change direction. I thought the Knicks should go after the big fish. I'm kind of happy we did. Yeah. I think the problem we were having was because of the names that were being brought up in trades. And I think now that the trade line is behind us, I think we going on up. Leon out here playing 3D chess while the rest of the teams is playing checkers. And I'm loving it. What happened and why it matters. So let's ground this in reality before we turn it into poetry. Multiple reports had the Knicks acquiring José Alvarado, with Dylan Terry being structured into the deal, plus draft compensation. Yabusele gets moved in the chain. And another thing about Yabo, boy goes and plays for the Chicago Bulls and scores 15 points. Huh? Where was that effort when you was over here, boy? Huh? He just didn't fit the system. You know what I mean? He just didn't fit the system. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm not here to play accountant for an hour, but I am here to translate what this means in Knick language. The front office is saying, we are done trying to outscore everybody. And we trying to outfight you. Huh? Old school Knick mentality, baby. Because Alvarado is not a skills add-on. He's a stress test for opposing ball handlers. He's a stress test for opposing ball handlers. He turns every dribble into a decision, every inbound into a fight, every possession into a tax. And if you don't respect those small little things, then you don't respect playoff basketball. Huh? Talk Knick to me, baby. You know what makes MSG different? It's not the noise. It's not just the noise. It's the pressure. And José Alvarado is the type of player that turns pressure into a tax. Every possession costs you something. Every dribble costs you oxygen. Every inbound costs you attention. Boy back home, you don't think he about to show out with all his family in the crowd? You don't think that boy about to be the spark plug that we need? Huh? And another thing, Deuce. Get well, baby. Because we need you. We need you. Every inbound costs you attention. That's what real defensive guards do. They don't just guard you, fam. They build you. Huh? They build you. Talk Knick to me. And at the Garden, the bill gets expensive real fast. Because once the crowd smells panic, it's over for you, fam. And Alvarado doesn't just play defense. He activates the building. He activates the building. The Knicks went from tough to relentless. Here's the difference between teams that win a couple regular season games and teams that can survive a 7-game series. Tough is a vibe. Relentless is a system. Huh? Tough is a vibe. Relentless is a system. Tough says you can take a punch. Relentless says you are not getting comfortable at all. That's what Alvarado represents. He ain't just defense. He's a disruption. He speeds you up. He makes you second guess your outlet. He makes your point guard turn his head. He makes the coach call timeout because the game feels like it's slipping, even when the scoreboard looks normal. And Knicks fans, that's important, especially in the playoffs, when you add a disruption to a team that already has size, length, and effort. You get a type of basketball that can travel. You get a type of basketball that can travel. That's how dynasties are built. Not off highlights, off habits. Talk Knick to me. Let's talk about what you're really getting from the DAWG profile. You're getting a guard who plays like he's insulted that you're allowed to dribble. Huh? You're getting a guard who sees the ball and think, that's mine. You're getting a guard whose defense is basically a personality trait. And I need Knicks fans to hear this clearly. In the playoffs, you don't always need another scorer. Sometimes you need another problem. And Alvarado is a problem. He's the kind of player that makes the opposing guard burn energy just to initiate the offense. Forces you to rush entry passes, turn casual dribbles into live ball turnovers, causes the tempo of the game to change without even taking a shot. And the best part, the energy is contagious. He about to have everybody scrappy. Energy is contagious. Talk Knick to me. When you got a guy like that checking in, everybody else's intensity rises. Because the standard just raised in real time. You can feel the building change when a guy like that enters. Huh? You can feel the building change when a guy like that enters. And that is the part fans don't quantify enough. He changes your emotional temperature. That matters at MSG, y'all. Huh? Talk Knick to me. That matters at MSG. In the playoffs, skills get neutralized. DAWG doesn't. Skill is what you do when you're comfortable. DAWG is what you do when everybody knows what's coming and you still impose your will. Huh? That's why certain role players become legends in the postseason. Not because they're more talented, but because they're more willing. They're more willing. Alvarado is a willingness merchant. He's a make it ugly and still win specialist. And that's the kind of piece that turns a good team into a nightmare matchup. Huh? Talk Knick to me. Here's how Mike Brown needs to use him. The pocket minutes weapon. The pocket minutes weapon. Let's get tactical. Mike don't need to play Alvarado 35 minutes. He needs him in pockets. 5-minute stretches where he says, okay, no more rhythm for you. That's how you weaponize Alvarado. You put him in there when the other team's second unit is trying to get stable. Their lead guard is getting a little bit too comfortable. Yeah, when you need to flip momentum without calling a timeout. When you want pressure, late clock execution. Yeah, Alvarado is the type of guy you insert like a blade. And if you're smart, you pair him with length behind him. So the traps become lethal and the passing windows will disappear. You want Knick identity? That's Knick identity right there, baby. Huh? Not we hope they miss. Nah. But we're going to make you uncomfortable until you break. Until you break. Huh? Talk Knick to me. That's a cheat code. He doesn't need big minutes to change your game. He needs 5 minutes to wreck your rhythm. 5 minutes to make your guard start playing. 5 minutes to force a coach to burn a timeout he didn't want to use. That's why Mike Brown is going to love this dude. Because Mike values possessions, like gold bars. Alvarado steals possessions. He creates extra possessions. In a league where the margin is thin, that's not extra, that's wins, baby. Huh? Talk Knick to me. That's wins. Let's be grown about it. We all knew Yabo was gone. And I'm kind of glad he is gone. We need somebody that's going to produce. Huh? We trying to make a championship run. We don't need you just sitting here collecting no money, brother. Huh? So you can go on over there to Chicago. They need help. Huh? He the tallest player on their team. He gonna get all the rebounds. He gonna score 25 points again. Go have fun over there, bro. Huh? Huh? And then go on Cancun. Because we going to the playoffs. We going on a finals run. If you ain't here to help us on this finals run, baby, you can go on ahead. Huh? So, I want to say thanks, Yabo. Enjoy Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much we gave up. You know what I mean? Leon out here playing 3D chess. Huh? We playing 3D chess. So, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like losing Dylan Terry for a day in Yabo is we on a playoff run. We on a finals run. This isn't about subtraction and addition. This is the Knicks saying we want a roster where the floor is effort and the minimum is intensity. Where nobody gets to coast because the guy behind them is a terror. No, we need everybody locked in. And that's the direction you're taking. Then yes, sometimes you got to sacrifice a couple people to add a blade like Alvarado. You know what I mean? So, talk Knick to me. Talk Knick to me. So let's talk about the unspoken part. When you add a guy like José Alvarado, somebody on this team's comfort is gone. Somebody who used to jog back is going to have to sprint now. Somebody who used to save energy is going to get exposed because the standard just got raised. And that's healthy. That's healthy. Contending teams don't let bad habits breathe. Contending teams suffocate bad habits. Alvarado was going to make it impossible for low-effort basketball to survive in that locker room. Alvarado is going to make it impossible for low-effort basketball to survive in the Knicks locker room. Because his whole presence is a mirror to everybody else. You are not about that life. You are going to look crazy standing next to him if you ain't about the life. If you ain't out there giving everything you got for 48 minutes, you gonna look stupid standing next to José Alvarado. Talk Knick to me, baby. Somebody's comfort on this team is now gone. Somebody who used to who used to jog back, now has to sprint back. Talk Knick to me. That's healthy. Just him being in the locker room is going to change everything. Talk Knick to me. Leon got us a dog. Talk Knick to me, I'm going to tell you where this trade wins you games before it even shows up in the box score. Walk with me. Game 4. Road. On the road. Late. Third quarter. Crowd. Uber loud. Opponent on a run. Yeah. And your offense getting a little sticky. Your shot quality dips. A normal team panics. A team with Alvarado says, yeah, cool. We'll steal 2 possessions. Not metaphorically, literally. 1 deflection, 1 rush pass, 1 8-second pressure moment, 1 inbound theft. Now, the run is dead. Now, the crowd is quiet. Now, the opponent is looking at each other. That's what a dog means in the postseason. And for the Knicks specifically, if you're serious about being a real threat, you need more players who can create wins without scoring. We got enough scorers on the team already. We need disruption. We need disruption. Because playoff defenses get tight. But chaos can travel anywhere. Chaos can travel anywhere. Every series has one game that decides the whole story. Not the one where your star drops 40. Not the one where your team wins ugly. The one where nobody shoots well. The one where the refs let them hit you. The one where it's tied with 6 minutes left and both teams are running on fumes. That's the game Alvarado can steal for you. one deflection, 1 8-second violation, one possession where the other team doesn't even get a shot, and the difference between going up 2-1 and being down 1-2. That's not a theory. That's rings. That's not a theory. That's rings. Talk Knick to me. Huh? Talk Knick to me. Here's where it gets uncomfortable, so if you're serious, this ain't your show. Huh? Big Mizal. Facts. When you add Alvarado, you're also sending a message to your own damn roster. Huh? Leon, Mike, Wes, they sending a message to everybody in that locker room. Your minutes ain't promised no more. Your minutes ain't promised no more. They gotta be earned. Your minutes ain't promised anymore. They gotta be earned. If you are a guard who doesn't defend, if you are a guard who doesn't pick up full court when asked, if you are a guard who doesn't fight through screens, if you are a guard who doesn't play with the edge, you are officially living on borrowed time. You are officially living on borrowed time. Because the Knicks just added a dude whose entire career is built on embarrassing comfort. Embarrassing you and embracing dog. Boy embarrasses comfort. Huh? So yeah, somebody's going to lose some minutes. Somebody is going to lose some minutes. That's not hate. That's the standard that we set. Winning teams don't protect feelings. Winning teams protect habits. Talk Knick to me. Winning teams protect habits. Huh? So let me land this plane. We just picked a side. We just picked a side. The trade deadline passed and the Knicks didn't chase a headline. Cleveland traded for James Harden, knowing James Harden is doo-doo in the playoffs. We ain't scared of that. Huh? Detroit just got whooped on by the Wizards last night. We ain't scared of that. This is the Knicks' best shot to win a title in 50 years. This is the Knicks' best shot to win a title in 50 years. They went and got a dog. And if you're a Knicks fan who understands what it takes to win, like I do, if you're a Knicks fan who understands what it takes to win, like I do, you should be smiling right now. Big old cheese smile. You should be smiling right now. Because this isn't the move you make when you're happy to be here, fan. This is the move you make when you are trying to be the last team standing. Huh? This is the move you make when you are trying to be the last team standing. We didn't just get better, y'all. Huh? We didn't just get better. We got meaner. Talk Knick to me. We got meaner. Leon is playing 3D chess while the other teams is playing checkers. We just got meaner. We didn't just add talent. Huh? We added a Molotov cocktail in the tone of José Alvarado. We just added pressure. Huh? We just added pressure. And pressure is how you take games, series, and eventually rings. And then that's how you be raising a banner. Huh? Talk Knick to me, baby. Huh? Talk Knick to me. No mercy, just facts. No mercy, just facts. Leon got us a dog. Jose, welcome to the squad, huh? We needed you. And I could tell you gonna bring us everything we want out of you. Huh? I look forward to seeing you on the court, baby. I'm Big Mizal. This is episode 17. Leon got us a dog. Huh? And this is the Talk Knick To Me podcast. I am Big Mizal. Yeah. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next episode. Big Mizal out.